It's giving very much chocolate covered strawberry. What's for dessert? Me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So y'all see this red hair. This is what we're going to be working with today. I'm going to be installing this 99j wig, but first we got to go ahead and bleach the knots. I bleach the knots on every wig that I get, and red is definitely not an exception. I didn't really know if I wanted to bleach the knots or not. I didn't even know if you were supposed to, but I just went ahead and did it. So I'm just going to take this Got To Be Free spray and spray the hair back, just to get it out the way, as well as like coat the hair so that the actual hair doesn't bleach. And I'm going to be using my BW2 Clairol bleach as well as my Salon Care 40 volume developer. You're also going to need a hair dyeing brush as well as a bowl. Y'all pretty much know my bleaching process. I just use 1.5 scoops of bleach. And when adding in my developer, I like to use small amounts. Like I go small. Like I don't ever just apply too much, because girl, you're going to end up with watery consistency, and that is like the last thing you want. You want this consistency to be very, very thick, and you want it to you want to be able to put this on the hair dyeing brush and like it don't move, like it's stuck, it don't go freaking nowhere. Okay, this is the right consistency you want. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply the bleach to the knots of this wig. I'm not being too heavy-handed, but I'm not being light-handed either. I'm just doing like a normal pressure to apply the bleach. Y'all, I am so new to colored hair. Like, I didn't know if I was even supposed to bleach the knots on colored hair. I was experimenting, and if it came out wrong, like, I was gonna be so mad, but I took a chance and I went ahead and bleached it. And I'm actually really, really happy that I did bleach the knots on this wig, because it made the knots like a lot lighter and like less noticeable than the bright red that was already on them. Like, I don't know if y'all could tell, but yeah, it just made it a lot better. So I'm just applying this all over the wig, on the edges, in the middle, everywhere, and this is how it should look once you are done. Only the knots should be bleached, not the hair, just the knots. And I like to leave this on for 20 minutes. Normally I do 28 minutes when I'm dyeing or when I'm bleaching the knots on my black wigs, but of course this was red and I didn't want to do that long, so I just did 20 minutes and that was actually perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and rinse this out. I'm not going to tone these knots. On my black hair, I do tone the knots, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go ahead and shampoo it with some Suave shampoo. And then after I rinse the shampoo out, I'm just going to condition it with my Suave Sleek and Shine, I believe it was. Conditioner, this is my favorite conditioner. When it comes to my wigs, it just makes the hair really silky and soft and just perfect. And then I just go ahead and comb out the conditioner so that every strand is coated. And I like to let the conditioner sit for about an hour to really let it penetrate. So this is the hair once it has dried out. I'm actually going to go and pluck this wig a little bit. One thing I love about Klaiyi Hair, their wigs, is that their wigs do come pre-plucked. So in reality, I really didn't have to pluck too much of this wig. I really didn't have to pluck the wig at all, to be honest. But I don't know, I always like to put my little twist to all my wigs. But I believe that this wig is perfect for beginners. If you are a beginner and you're new to plucking, this is great because you don't have to pluck that much. You don't even have to pluck it out if you don't want to. And yeah, so I'm just going to hot comb this hair back. I pulled out the baby hairs, by the way, and then I'm just going to hot comb the hair back, hot comb the baby hairs, get the hair out of the way, and create a good foundation before I start plucking. And here I'm going to take my Revlon tweezers. These are my favorite tweezers to pluck my wigs, y'all. They are so good. I like to pluck in sections. So right here, I'm doing the bottom half of this side. And when I'm plucking behind the hairline. I'm not plucking directly at the hairline. And once a lot of hair has built up, I take my comb and I just comb it back to make sure I don't accidentally over pluck or anything like that. So when I'm plucking as well, I'm taking my tweezers and I'm like pulling and dragging the tweezers. And once I did that one section, I just go ahead and I'm going to start on the top section. As y'all see, I'm not plucking that much. I didn't pluck a whole bunch because this wig was already pre-plucked and I didn't want to overdo it. Look at that. It's so good. Like, perfect, y'all. And I barely plucked anything. That's how good this lace was already pre-plucked. So after I've plucked the whole wig, I like to take my She Is Bomb wax stick and my hot comb. I like to do this step on my mannequin head before I actually put it on my actual head, because it just makes it a lot easier when it actually comes down to installing it. And yeah, I'm just hot combing this wig down, hot combing the edges, and I'm also hot combing the top. This is an Andis hot comb, by the way, and I'm using it on the hottest setting. And y'all, I am obsessed with this hair color. It is so pretty. It's not too much. Like, y'all know how some hair be like a bright red. Well, this isn't really red. This is more of like a burgundy. But I just thought it was so pretty. It wasn't too much. It was pretty. It's pretty toned down. And I love the hair as well. This is by Klaiyi Hair. This is one of my favorite hair companies. They have the best lace, and their knots are not too thick on their wigs, so it makes for a really natural install. So I went ahead and I flat ironed the hair, and I'm about to go ahead and install it. And I am going to be doing a ball cap. You definitely want to do a ball cap when you're applying colored wigs and stuff like that. So to do my ball cap, I am going to be using my olive oil super hold fix it spray. And I'm just spraying this along my hairline. I do have a detailed video on my channel on how I do my ball cap, so if you haven't already, go check that out. So I'm just blow drying this until it is completely dry, and then I'm going to cut the excess cap off. And when I'm cutting this cap off, I'm trying to get as close to my hairline as possible without like cutting. Like when I do my ball caps, I'm really cautious to make sure I don't cut any of my baby hairs off or anything like that. So I'm trying to be really careful. And yeah, so after I've cut the cap off, I'm going to take some makeup. This is Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in the shade Coconut. And I'm just going to apply this along the hairline of the cap. I'm not really going to do too much of this makeup, just on the hairline. I don't like to do it completely all over the ball cap because I just feel like it's kind of unnecessary. And then I'm just taking a little alcohol and getting rid of the excess makeup on my skin before I actually go to install this wig. So this is the wig after I went ahead and I flat ironed it. I'm just going to go ahead and plop that thing on my head, okay? And I don't know if I ever showed y'all this in my videos, but when you get a frontal wig, y'all, it's like this little earpiece that's covering your ear. And you kind of have to cut that off. So I like to make a part where my ear is. And I like cut in that part so that the wig fits properly to my head and it's not covering my ear. It's really simple. I had the hardest time with this at first, y'all, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy and it's just really simple. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and cut some slits into this lace. And today I am going to be applying my wig with my Olive Oil Wig Grip Gel. Y'all know this is what I apply my wigs with. I still have not used a glue yet because I am terrified. But I am going to be using a popsicle stick, and when I apply my gel, I like to apply a little bit on the cap and some on my skin. And I'm not applying too much. I'm applying a pretty thin layer, and then I just blow dry this until it's kind of like sticky, and that's when you know that it's good enough to apply your wig. And then I'm just taking my comb and I'm just making sure that the lace is properly adhered to the gel. And I'm also like using my comb to lay the ball cap down more so that it blends with my skin tone. And then I just blow dry this on a cool setting. You definitely want to blow dry this on a cool setting, y'all, because if you don't, the lace will end up white. So I always do a cool setting when I'm actually blow drying it once the lace is into the gel. And then I just go ahead and do the other side. And to cut the lace off, I am going to be using an eyebrow razor. You can find this at your local beauty supply store or anything like that. They're really cheap. They're like $1. And I'm just cutting as close to my hairline as possible without cutting myself, because it can definitely happen. But I'm just cutting all this lace off, and yeah. So once I cut all the lace off, I'm just going to go ahead and pull out my baby hairs with my comb. And I don't like too many baby hairs. I like a good enough amount. I told y'all I was going to do a video on my baby hairs. That will be coming really soon. And once I pull out my baby hairs, I'm going to take that Olive Oil Super Hold Fix It spray and spray this along the hairline. And then take an elastic band and tie this down so everything just melts in place. So as y'all can see, this hair is already pretty flat, but I don't play by my flat wigs, okay? I don't play about it. So I'm gonna take this wax stick. This is a She Is Bomb wax stick and my hot comb, and I'm just gonna hot comb this wig down again. I know y'all already saw me hot comb it on the mannequin, but I like to just make sure it's completely hot combed and just like formed to my actual head and not the mannequin head. And then I also hot comb the edges, and when I hot comb the edges, I lowered the heat on my hot comb a lot because I definitely don't want to burn myself. If you're not comfortable doing this step, you can definitely just take like some Got To Be spray or the Olive Oil Super Hold Fix It spray and just like use that to lay the edges down. But I'm extra, so I just went ahead and hot combed it. And then I'm just about to do my baby hair. So I just like to cut my baby hairs in kind of a slanted angle with my eyebrow razor. So then I'm going to take my pencil flat iron and I'm going to curl the baby hairs a little bit. This just makes it a lot easier to actually lay them, and it kind of forms them in the direction where they're going to be going. I got this from Amazon, but this exact one is not available anymore for some reason. But if you search pencil flat iron, a whole bunch of them will come up. And to do my baby hairs, I'm going to be using some mousse. So I like to use my Motions mousse. And I'm just laying my baby hairs to my liking. And I actually did them, if y'all can notice, I actually did them a little bit further up more than I normally do them, because I was actually trying to do like 2 baby hairs, but I tried that and I wasn't really feeling it. So I just did 1, and I'm just going to tie this down with an elastic band again. And this is how it came out. So freaking cute. So then I'm going to take some makeup and just apply this to the lace so that it blends a little bit better with my skin tone. And this is the same shade of makeup that I used on my ball cap, Maybelline Fit Me, in the shade Coconut. And y'all also know I love a good bust down middle part. So I'm going to take some concealer and a slanted angle brush, and I'm just going to be using this to make my part as straight as possible. I think that this step makes your hair look so much neater, and it's definitely a step that I highly recommend. And here I am about to do some layers on the hair, y'all, but this is the only part I got. I didn't get the actual part of me doing the layers, which I'm actually disappointed, but I'll definitely be doing another video on that really soon if y'all want that. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video, and as y'all can see, your girl kind of forgot to record the layers that I did in his hair. It's just real simple though, but I didn't forget, I just didn't press play for some reason. But if y'all do want a separate video on this, I can definitely do another video on how I do like little small layers. As far as this hair though, baby, let's get into it. Okay, I freaking love this color. It's giving very much chocolate covered strawberries. What's for dessert? Me. This is like really toned down. Like, this is actually burgundy, and I think it complements my skin so well. Okay, if y'all are interested in purchasing this wig, this is Klaiyi Hair, and I want to say this is 150% density and 24 inches, but if I'm not right, everything will be linked in the description box down below. I want to thank y'all so freaking much for getting me to 9.5k subscribers. Like, I'm so close. Like, 500 more, y'all. 500, and I'm gonna be at 10k. That's so crazy to even think about. Like, I just want to thank y'all so much for just watching my videos and supporting me and like showing me so much love, and just I appreciate it so much. Like, y'all don't even understand. I'll definitely be doing a wig giveaway once I hit 10k, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll definitely catch y'all in the next one.